Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. And I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Sorry, some things are being acting a little funny right now. Sorry about that. But I hope you guys are all doing well, enjoying your day, making it wonderful and positive and all that stuff. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to every single last one of y'all. Again, and welcome to the Pascal Show. We got to jump into this story. Now, the thing is I know that there was a big press conference that happened earlier this morning. I saw a bunch of other channels that were basically covering the press conference, and I kind of wanted to give those other channels the time to watch the thing with their families, their fans, all that stuff, with their viewers. And I was like, okay, let me finally just jump on because unfortunately I got to get moving today, and we got to get into this story. And I really was chomping at the bit, but I didn't want to take away from any other channels that you guys may be watching over there. You may be watching that press conference as well. But now that the press conference is long over and done, I figured let me hop on, let me chop it up with you guys and see what's good. You see what I'm saying? So, for those of y'all who don't know what's going on, there was a press conference, some new updates revolving around Debbie Collier, which of course is a story we've been talking about and covering quite a bit on this channel. And I felt obligated to come on here and let you guys know what's going on, because a lot of stuff has been going on over the past couple days, okay? And it's strange, very, very strange. So we are going to be looking into some things and talking about some things here and listening to and watching, the press conference, because there's a lot of information in there. It's very strange. But like I said, as you see the title down below, and even in the thumbnail, I even said that investigation, as they are saying, indicates something personal and targeted. So this question still remains. This is apparently from what the chief deputy is saying. So the question still remains. Who did this? Who did this to this woman? And also, what actually happened? Was this something paying off a debt for her daughter? Was she doing a favor for her daughter, trying to save her daughter's life? Or was this a random act of just disgusting, horrible unaliving, for lack of a better term, because we got to use these code words. But anyway, before we jump into everything, because there's a bunch of things, there's new information that's popped off. Everything from a bullet, an unfired bullet that was found to obviously the surveillance footage that we have already talked about in one of my shorts that I did. But there's also this press conference that says a lot. And we also have the 911 calls as well that we got to listen to as well. So we got a short show, a lot to cover. We're going to jump into this. So do me a favor, before we get into everything, hit that like button down below. Send it past 100 likes really quick. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. I understand some of y'all have been watching on other channels, but I felt that I needed to do my due diligence and stay on this particular case. I know you guys are hopping over from other channels, other shows, and you're like, I've been seeing this, but not everybody on this channel has. People who watch this show have not seen everything. So please hit that like button down below as you start to file in. And do not forget, if you haven't done it yet, please do me a favor. That's solid. Crush that subscribe button, okay? It'd be great to have you part of the Pascal Show family. I cover everything from pop culture, true crime, politics, you name it, everything on this show. So please go and hit that subscribe button, all right? And let's get into some things. And I also got to say this too. I just did this in a short, but RIP to Trevor Noah's career, or at least his career on The Daily Show. That's officially over. or will be soon be over. But yes, yeah, it's kind of tragic. I know a lot of people are very upset about it, and I know a lot of people are excited about it. But then again, just a little bit of a left turn. That's one big piece of information or big news that's kind of circulating throughout Twitter and the TikToks and the social medias right now. Trevor Noah is moving on from The Daily Show after 7 years. Just a random left turn. Anyway, and Alex Hernandez says, how do I get that hoodie? This hoodie that I'm wearing right now, the favored line, will be coming out later on today. I'm hoping we'll have something up before the end of this stream. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, we are working hard to get these images and these photos and all that out on the website. So that will be out soon. PascalMerch.com. Just keep your eye out for it. I hopefully will get some sort of alert before the show's end, and I'll let you know again, Alex Hernandez, that they are up and live and ready to be bought and consumed and wrapped around your whole body. Okay. But anyway, guys, and of course, we got a bunch of other t-shirts and hoodies, etc. So go over there, check out PascalMerch.com. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, we got to get into this. And yeah, Kenny Toon, yes, I said it earlier on the last show, I think, but Coolio, may he rest in peace as well. Yes, it's very, very sad news. Very young, in my personal opinion, to leave this earth. And it sounds like it was some sort of cardiac arrest type thing, but they haven't confirmed anything yet about that as well. But anyway, we got to jump into these stories. Now, there's a lot that's been going on. We have talked about Debbie Collier, a woman that was found out in the woods, unclothed, and it seemed like a part of her body was singed, for lack of a better term. This is a woman that seemed to be, a loving mother, a loving wife, etc. Here's a picture of her with her husband, her second husband. All right, and what's strange is it looks like she ran off to run some errands, and of course, she just ended up going missing. This whole story has so many question marks because we have seen the body cam footage. We have seen footage of her walking into a Family Dollar store to grab a poncho, a tarp, a lighter. These were things that were used on her. Some of those items were used on her in her demise, but she went into this dollar store purchasing these things. Again, a lot of questions keep popping up. Why did she walk into this dollar store to buy those items that ended up being used on her later on? And understandably, they say that, or from what we hear, she walked into this dollar store, according to one of the clerks. She walked in and she bought this stuff fairly calmly. Now, I understand there's a lot of people that can act a certain way, seem like they're doing okay, put on a good act, not say much, keep their head down, purchase the stuff, and walk out the door. But from what everybody's saying, at least with the clerk, she was very calm. She walked in, she did her thing, and she left. But some of those items were used on her to allegedly take her life. Again, this screams foul play. Obviously, this is foul play. But the question still remains. What happened? Who did this to her? And why did this happen to her? Okay? So, one thing I wanted to show you guys before we go into the press conference, because we got to kind of get into certain pieces of this, right? So, 1 second. I thought I had this up. I apologize. I thought I had this one article up and I was wrong. 1 second. One more second. Man, come on. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, of course, we got to do a little bit of catch up because there's just a lot that's going on in this particular story. There's just so much. And there's a lot of things that I have talked about in a past video. But of course, we need to talk about this, of course, again, because obviously I just did it in a short. I only did it in a short, but of course, I wanted you guys to see a little bit of this so that you guys can kind of, get your memory jogged a little bit, jog your memory, remember all this stuff. So let me show you guys this really, really quick. Okay, so and I appreciate all y'all for those of y'all who are coming in and watching the show. Like I said, there's a bunch of stuff that needs to be addressed and talked about here very, very shortly. So we're going to be getting into that here very shortly. But here it is. We talked about this in a short, but I needed to remind you guys of this. There was a newly released video a couple days ago of this woman walking in, Debbie Collier, walking in calmly into a shopping store, shopping for a tarp, a poncho, a lighter, and a couple other items inside of a Family Dollar store after she disappeared less than 24 hours before her unclothed and singed body was found in a ravine. Okay, so real quick. So she was caught on camera shopping at a Family Dollar store in Clayton, Georgia, less than 24 hours before her body was discovered. She had gone missing from her home earlier in the day. Collier, 59, bought items including a rain poncho, paper towels, a refillable torch lighter, a tarp, and a red tote bag, investigators said. The footage shows she was alone when in her rented van. This is what they say on the outside in the parking lot. They say that she was alone in her rented van when she arrived at the store. Cops say Collier appeared calm and not in fear of anything as she shopped in the store 12 miles north of where her body was discovered. No one has yet been charged in her murder, but investigators say no one has been ruled out either. So still, like that movie Scream, everybody's a suspect. Everybody. Okay? So this is just footage or stills from the footage of the security camera. And as you can see, you can see it right there. I got the mouse right on top of it. One piece of information they say is that she went out without her purse and that she only took her cell phone, debit card, and her driver's license. These are very important pieces of information here. But as you can see in this footage, hours before she is gone, she is rocking a purse. She's got a purse like strapped around her shoulder. Okay? And so a lot of people are going, wait a second. How does she have the purse when they say, and you'll hear it in the 911 phone call too. In some of these 911 phone calls, you'll hear even her husband say she doesn't have her purse. Her purse is right here, but she gone. She kicked rocks. But there she is with the purse. Now, I want to say this though too real quick. Let me just say this really, really quick. All right? Let's keep it real. If I know how some people are, especially ladies, please put the number 1 in the chat if you agree with me on this. This goes out strictly to the ladies, okay? Or those who identify as ladies, okay? Please, just put number 1. Tell me that you have more than one purse. all you got to do is hit the number 1 in the chat. Just tell me if you have more than one purse. Most women do. I'm going to keep it straight funky with y'all. Some have it in pink, some have it in yellow, some have it in green, some have it just because it was Easter Sunday and they just wanted to look cute that day, but they never touched that purse ever again. Okay? I speak from experience because, my wife, she's got like a slew of purses, okay? I don't know how many purses I bought for her for Christmas or for birthdays or just because, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, purses are a thing. You ladies have a purse to go with everything. So with this right here, after thinking about it, I'm going, there's a possibility, all right? There's a possibility that she randomly took this purse that day for whatever reason. And she left her other 15 purses in the crib. That could very well be it. Okay? That could very well be it. I mean, us fellas, we fellas. We don't have like 17 wallets because ain't nobody gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? You put it in your back pocket and it's there. And it doesn't matter if you're wearing a tux or if you're wearing Umbros, okay? That's a throwback. Okay? For a fact that wallet still got Velcro on it. Moving on. Just saying. It ain't there to, you know what I'm saying? But the girls, it's an accessory. It's a fashion statement. So, of course, okay. So I could see possibly, just in defense, because I know a lot of people are going in on this, and I did too. I'm going to be real. I did too. I will mark myself as guilty as charged, okay, with this. But if you really think about it, maybe, because you're going to hear this 911 call and everyone's going, oh, look, red flag. And I'm going, wait a second now. What if it was panic, anxiety, just fear, not thinking straight, and not realizing that, wait, wifey could have 17 purses and just never thought of it. And of course, ladies, I know you guys have your all-purpose purse that you wear out pretty much every day. But like I said, what if she decided, I just feel like wearing this one today? That could be it. That could possibly be it. I'm not saying that is the truth, but I'm just saying, ladies, if you like purses and if for a fact you have at least more than just one, and this could very well be what it is. And I know a lot of people are riding around this, but that I don't think is getting us closer to the truth, but maybe it does. I don't know. But I'm just throwing some logic in this, okay? Ladies rock purses all the time, okay? So that's one thing. That's the reason why, girly Texan, this is the reason why we're talking about purses, because she may have just taken a different purse that day just because. But it'll all come together here very, very shortly. But I just wanted to show you guys just a bit of it right here, okay? And Nicole, thank you so much for the Cash App. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Thank you. But you can see in these stills from the security cam footage, I mean, she's going into this Family Dollar store and getting these things. She's clearly, as they said, calmly getting this stuff and walking out the door. Okay? So she leaves the store at 3:09 p.m. Investigators confirmed the purchases by getting a copy of the receipt, said the sheriff's office. 8 minutes after leaving the store, her daughter, Amanda Bearden, said she received, this was 8 minutes after leaving the store, okay? She received a mysterious message along with nearly $2,400. Well, it was $2,385 to be exact. It's strange for it to be that exact. Okay. In the video, the victim appears to be calm and not fearing anything, said the department. All video footage obtained from the store and surrounding businesses reflect that the victim was alone in the van at the time she visited the store. So here it is. 8 minutes after leaving this store, the daughter, Amanda, received $2,385 via Venmo, and in the memo of the Venmo, it says they are not going to let me go. My keys, you can get the keys to the front door in the blue flower pot in front of the door, something along the lines of that, okay? Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. But this is 8 minutes after she walked out of that Family Dollar store. What are the possibilities of this thing that happened all happening within 8 minutes? She walks out the Family Dollar store. She got all the stuff that she needed, okay? She got all the stuff that she needed. She walks out, and then boom. All right? That could possibly happen. It only takes a second. It only takes less than a minute to take, as we've seen in other stories. Eliza, okay, the runner that was training for a marathon. She was running 4 o'clock in the morning, around 4:20-ish a.m. She gets snatched by this monster on the side of the road. It took that man seconds to take that woman. So what are the chances of her walking out of this Family Dollar store and boom, being taken? Okay? It literally takes seconds to take somebody. We're starting to realize that harsh reality, right? Okay. So we now know all that piece. We already know, of course, what happened to her at the end, her demise, the tragic ending to her story. It is absolutely terrible. It's terrifying to think that those kind of things happened. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit of this too. Like I said, we're going piece by piece. We're going to get into promise you, we're going to be getting into the press conference here very shortly, but I know a lot of people don't know everything that went down. So I'm getting you guys up to date so that you're savvy once we get to that press conference. Here's a piece directly speaking about the family store stuff.
Came from the tip as far as her being at the Family Dollar came from an initial interview to where she was talking about her and her mother going to Family Dollar to buy cleaning supplies to help clean up her apartment when she got back to Georgia. As far as anything, as far as the Family Dollar visit, I don't think that actually came from her, right?
No, it come from a.
Yeah, come on. This is Investigator Garrison. He's also one of my team leads.
So I pulled the video footage from the store and talked with everybody from the store. Based off of that, with Miss Collier, she was there for that time period from 2:54 till 3:10. Got in her car at 3:10 till 3:20. It was asked that if Amanda was in there earlier, and Amanda, based off of our knowledge at this time, there was some confusion there, and the associate that worked there actually saw the mother and not the daughter. I was able to provide photos to that store clerk to confirm that, based off of what we were told, and she said, no, I remember seeing the mother, not the daughter.
Well, there it is. Okay. So that piece is importante. Okay. So we're going to be getting into the next piece. We are going to be going into the next piece. Now, there was a bullet found near her person, which I thought was also very, very strange. They said they found an unfired round discovered close to where Debbie Collier's body was found. Um, this one doesn't make sense to me either. It could say a lot of things. It might not say anything at all. But of course, we got to talk about that too. And one of the main questions I have is, one, I don't hunt. Okay. One, I don't hunt. I understand apparently this is bow season. So why would there be bullets out here like this? But maybe for those of y'all who do hunt, for those of y'all who are hunters out here, shout out to you hunters. But maybe you guys can give us some information. Is this kind of bullet, or is this round something that you would use in a hunting rifle or no? Because that's something I've been wanting to know about as well, because it's so confusing. But nonetheless, they said they found an unfired round near or close to Debbie Collier's remains. Now, investigators retrieved an unfired round just 30 yards from where Debbie Collier's body was located, in a wooded area just off of Georgia's Route 15. The real estate officer manager disappeared. Of course, we already know about her on the 10th, and then she was shopping at a Family Dollar store. They found her body charred and unclothed following the following day in the woods. So the unfired round could be used as evidence that Collier was kidnapped and unalived after police previously ruled out a unaliving of oneself. Now, one thing, let me get into that piece here. I mean, this is basically where she was found. So sad. This whole thing is very, very sad. Where is it? I'm trying to find that like the actual round itself. Well, shoot. I thought I had it in here. Let's go here. This is another one. Of course, they say that, of course, the unfired round was found near her, 30 yards away, 20 to 30 yards away from the crime scene. That's an important piece of evidence, and that's something one or more suspects could have dropped on the way out the door. A former Miami-Dade homicide detective, Pat Diaz, told this news outlet. Diaz added that detectives would probably look into whether someone forced Collier downhill at gunpoint, but used something else to take her life, as no signs of wounds, GSWs, all right, were found on her body. Investigators told Fox News that the bullet could be unrelated, which obviously it could be unrelated, all right, but it could also be a clue that leads them to whoever is responsible for this woman's demise. Let me see if I can find, okay, blah, blah, blah. I am trying to find the thing. I'm trying to find the caliber of the actual bullet, because I feel like if that bullet, okay, if that bullet was something that you wouldn't use in a hunting rifle of some sort, then obviously the question would remain, what happened? Who is this? Could they find a way to link this back to somebody? Yes, Jess, there we go. It's a .223. Now, the question I have for you guys, like I said, thank you, Jess. The bullet was a .223. Now, the one thing is, like I said, I don't know much about guns. I don't know much about bullets and all that stuff. But is there a way? Is that a caliber that is, that's definitely a hunter's rifle. You know what I mean? That's definitely something that you use during hunting season or not. That's a question I'd like to know. Okay. Perspective Gaming said assault rifle round. Oh. Okay. So baby Yaga said 0.233 0.233 Remington is commonly used for hunting deer. Yes. So interesting. And then Jess even says, yes, it's a rifle, but you normally wouldn't hunt with a .223. Yeah, it's strange, okay? But also apparently it's bow season right now too. That's what I'm understanding as well. It's bow season. So that means bow and arrow. That's not rifle. That's not hunting with a rifle. That's hunting with bow and arrow. So I don't know why that unfired bullet would be found there. But then again, let's put this out here though too. Plenty of people have randomly made mistakes and discarded things as well. I feel like that is a very big piece of information, or that's a very to leave a big ass bullet like that on the side like that just seems very strange. But again, Raven McCall, exactly. Target practices all the time. We call it going plinking. I've never heard that. I've never heard of the plinking things, but yeah, that could be it too. You know, a father taking a son out to teach him how to fire the rifle, etc. Those things do happen. Target practice in general, so on and so forth. So there is a possibility of that. Doesn't automatically mean that bullet, you see what I'm saying? It doesn't automatically mean that bullet's going to connect to whoever did what they did to this woman, Debbie Collier. Many things, many questions arise, in my personal opinion, when it comes to many possibilities arise when it comes to that one singular unfired round that was found 20 to 30 yards away from her remains. That could be anything. That could have been there before she arrived, so on and so forth. The other thing also too, though, is how, because obviously she was brought there and then, God forbid, those things happen to her, right? So the question remains, if the person was leading her down with said rifle, how would said bullet fall out of said gun? How would you discard like that randomly? Right now, they don't have anything. They're all like, law enforcement is literally scratching their heads right now. So why would they leave that one bullet? You see what I'm saying? It just seems strange. But like I said, questions are flying in my head, and the possibilities are still running rampant in my mind as well. So we got to take a look at this, guys, because this is all the 911 calls, okay? This is very important. So her 911 calls mentioned mysterious ex-con truck driver. This is very interesting as well. Now, this is the part that I feel maybe they should be looking in this direction. It may not have anything to do with her daughter. It may not have anything to do with her husband. It may not have anything to do with her daughter's on again, off again, bat-ish, crazy, violent, mother-loving ex-MMA fighter boyfriend. It could very well be somebody random that just took something out on this poor woman. So, okay, of course, there's the Georgia's family frantic search for missing Debbie Collier is revealed in 4 911 calls placed by 3 family members obtained by the Fox News Digital. Police later found her partially. We already know about all that. One caller identifying herself as Collier's sister made an alarming mention of a prior encounter with an unidentified ex-con driving a truck involved in a car crash with the slain woman. So this particular situation, this is the part that I'm saying. What are the chances of this is somebody who is very upset about this car accident. This is the reason why she was driving another car, a rental, because her car was in the shop. She got into a car accident with a truck. And this could possibly be this. I feel like this is an avenue or a route that law enforcement, I feel, should be trucking down. They should be taking steps down this direction, because this person could be the one that did everything. It could. All right. So let me hold on. Let me check something, because apparently. Let me see here. One second. What? Did I miss a Cash App? I thought I said thank you, Nicole. That's the only one I see here. But if there's some super chats if there's some super chats, then I will definitely read those out loud, but I don't see any so far. So I did say thank you to Nicole. Let me see. What's going on? Albus, check your Cash App. Albus, I don't have anything from. If I'm looking for something from you, I just have something from Nicole, which I, of course, made known. Again, thank you. Again, Nicole, thank you so much for the Cash App. But, of course, you can always go through. Oh, he doesn't have Cash App. Then why did he say Cash App? Well, the only Cash App I've received, and of course, all are very, very welcome and appreciated. And thank you so much to all y'all who are even interested in sending something through Cash App. I've only received one today so far, and that's from Nicole. And again, Nicole, thank you so much again. But if there's, I will, of course, I get alerts and all that. If it does pop up, I will make it known. Okay. But you can always go through super chats and super stickers. Okay. That's also very cool. And of course, I do have PayPal as well. And yeah, so I have that as well. Okay, guys. All right, let's get back into this story. Okay. Yeah, I do feel that this is a possibility of something. That piece of information, I think we should be writing on a little bit more. Everyone's focused on one other thing, which we are going to be hearing in this 911 call. And I'm telling you, I think there's more to this. I think it's beyond just looking at the family. You'll hear it. You'll hear it from the family. You'll hear the stress, the pain. To me, it seems genuine. To me, it seems like this is a family that's frantically just trying to find their loved one. But let's take a listen, guys. 911 phone calls. Here we go. Hit that like button down below, and do not forget to crush that subscribe button, okay, y'all? That would really mean a lot, okay? And of course, super chats and stickers and all that stuff would be great, okay? Thank you so much.
Any job at Amazon.
And this is not, just so you guys know, I did move to premium. Okay, Nicole? I did move to premium, y'all. So this is not YouTube, okay? Just want to make that abundantly clear. All right? Gotta love these dang websites. Come on. But again, listen to these 911 phone calls, and I guarantee you're going to feel a little bit different. You're going to feel a little bit different.
Any number one?
Yes. Came home. My wife wasn't home. Her driver's license still in there. The rental car's gone, and her daughter's here. And we were kind of worried about what's happening and where she's at. I was wondering if you could send somebody over here.
Okay. Do you have any medical issue? Let's say like Alzheimer's or something like that?
No. She's 59 years old. No, she has no medical issues like that. And according to her daughter, who went up and her purse is still here with her driver's license. The only thing is the phone is gone, and she sent her daughter a text about 2 hours ago saying they won't let me go. Whatever that means, we don't know. And I've been gone all day parking cars for the football game and all, and that's where we at.
What's your address, sir?
435 Rocky Drive, Athens, Georgia.
You said 435 Rocky Drive?
Yes, it's right next to Sandy Creek Park.
Okay, so she sent your daughter a text message saying that
My stepdaughter.
that they won't let her go,
Yeah, she got a text message saying that.
and it come from her number, right? What's your name, sir?
Steve Collier.
Spell your last name for me.
Collier.
And your wife's name?
Deborah. Before we call her Debbie, but it's Deborrah.
Same last name?
Collier, yes.
How old is she? Said 59?
59. She just turned 59.
You just returned home, right?
Pardon me?
You just returned home, right?
Yes, I just returned home. I was parking cars until about 4:30, and when I came back, the van that she had rented because the car was in the shop was gone. I figured she was shopping for food.
Okay.
Real quick, I know that a lot of people are going in on this whole, oh, he's giving out so much information, blah, blah, blah. I mean, to me, it sounds like this is a guy who's basically saying, I don't know what just happened. To me, this looks like a guy who is, I got to get that back here, that is trying to find out what's going on. He's frantic. He's scared. He's concerned. And I think he's just sitting there going like, he's just giving details about his day. He's just giving details. I don't think it automatically means that he's up to no good. I don't think that automatically means that he's doing, I don't think that automatically means what people are really writing in on this situation. But let's continue.
Yeah, she got a text message saying that.
And it come from her number, right? What's your name, sir?
Collier.
Spell your last name for me.
Collier.
I had to roll it back. Sorry, guys.
And your wife's name?
Deborah. Before we call her Debbie, but it's Deborrah.
Same last name?
Collier, yes.
How old is she? Said 59?
59. She just turned 59.
You just returned home, right?
Pardon me?
You just returned home, right?
Yes, I just returned home. I was parking cars until about 4:30, and when I came back, the van that she had rented because the car was in the shop was gone. I figured she was shopping for food.
Okay. So and her car is there?
Pardon me? Her van's not here.
Okay. But her driver's license and what else is there?
Right. Yeah, her driver's license is here.
What else did she leave? With a purse or anything else?
Yeah, she left her purse, and her credit cards are here.
You heard that, right? That's an important piece right there. They say her credit cards are gone, or like her purse is here. Again, her purse is seen 8 minutes before she disappears, or a purse is found just minutes before she disappears through the Family Dollar store. But again, a lot of people out here, a lot of women out here have more than just one purse. Okay, more than just one. Yes, you got the utility. I saw somebody say something. They called They have one purses that they called their Mary Poppins purse. You know, everything's in that mug, right? Yes. Every woman has their utility one, but they all have other ones too that they rock every once in a while and change up, you know? So that is a good possibility, but let's continue, okay? Just seems strange, and I get it why people are writing in on this. That piece of information is very strange. Is very strange. Is very strange, but at the same time, that could mean she just wanted to try something out, you know, wear a different purse. Let's see.
When was the last time she was seen?
Well, I left at 9 o'clock. She was still sleeping. So last night, I mean, she went to bed last night, and I left, and the van was here.
So is your stepdaughter there though? I mean, did she see her today?
Pardon me?
Did your stepdaughter see her today?
Wait a minute.
You say stepdaughter. Did she see her or?
Ooh, sorry about that, guys.
Say that again. I'm trying to control a dog.
Okay, your stepdaughter. Did she see her?
No, nobody
Damn, that
has
was
seen
loud.
her. I was probably the last person to see her last night.
What time? You said 9 o'clock last night?
Yeah, about 9 o'clock we went to bed.
You left this morning, right?
Yes, at about 9.
I'm sorry. So did you see her this morning or last night?
No, I saw her last night at about 9 when she went to bed. And when I left, the van was here. And
So she was. You don't know if she was still there or not. You didn't see her this morning.
right, except the van was still here. So I'm assuming she was sleeping.
What time was the message sent to your stepdaughter?
What time? About 2 hours ago?
About 2 hours ago?
Yes.
And it specifically said they won't let me go.
Yeah, that's what the message said.
And that's all it said, right?
That's all it said.
And she was last seen driving, or she was driving her. What kind of car is that?
It's I don't know because her car's in the shop, so the rental place on
The van that she was driving, was she be in, or you don't know?
no, I don't know. It's Enterprise. She went a call for Enterprise. It's a Pacifica or something.
That's the car you saw this morning, though, right?
Yeah, the black van. Yeah.
It's a black Pacifica,
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Pacifica.
and that's a rental car.
Yes, from Enterprise.
All right, I'm sorry. What's her birthday?
Deborah, Debie, or her given name is Deborah.
No, her birthday.
Deborah.
Her birthday? And she white female, black female?
Pardon me?
She white or black?
White.
How tall is she?
About 5'5".
How much she weigh?
About 150. 145, somewhere around there.
What color hair?
Blondish.
Would she be going to somebody's house, or?
That's a good question. I thought she was out shopping for food. Her daughter came over with that strange message and then went upstairs to her bedroom and found out that her driver's license and credit card's still here. So that doesn't sound like her leaving the house to go shopping like I thought she was. She usually shops for food on Saturday.
So she don't have any money at all with her or any other car?
Not to our knowledge. She has nothing.
But she is her purse there?
Yes.
She left the purse as well?
Yes.
Does she have family here in town?
No, just her daughter.
Have you tried to call the hospitals and jails just to be sure?
No, I didn't think of calling the hospital.
Okay. Go ahead. Like I said, I got them on the way out there to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and call both hospitals, Athens
Okay.
and St. Mary's, and just check with the jail as well to make sure. And we'll have somebody come out there and talk to you.
Okay. I appreciate it.
And your phone number.
So that is just one of them. Obviously, that's just one of the videos. That's just one of the 911 calls. But it's strange that they say in here that according to a call, in the obtained by Fox Digital, which of course I'm still trying to grab here as well. Hold on. Because there's more here, but they say in there that there was a phone call from her sister, and she mentions an alleged ex-convict truck driver who was in a car crash with Collier. The slain mother was reportedly driving behind the truck driver when a pan of paint fell from his truck and hit her car. So and I keep wondering, has anybody even looked into that? Has anybody looked into that at all? You know what I mean? And that seems very strange. And yes, we are going to be getting into the press conference here very, very shortly. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of, the story before we get into this press conference. I know everybody's starting to comment about the press conference. We're going to get into the press conference very shortly. But I just wanted you guys to know a little bit, just to jog your memory, because there's a lot of people who have been watching this show and maybe not other shows. So I'm giving you guys a up-to-date of what's going on here. Nicole, thank you so much for the gifting 5 people memberships, and welcome everybody to the family. I appreciate all y'all for being here and being a part of the conversation. Do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Send it past 300 likes really quick. I see a bunch of y'all in here. About 500 y'all watching the show. I really do appreciate it. Like I say, we are going to be getting into the press conference, but we got a couple 911 phone calls to get through that I want you guys to hear so that you guys can hear everything before we go into this press conference, so we don't have to bounce back and forth and go, what's going on? I'm confused. Why is this happening? So on and so forth. So we got another 911 phone call here that I wanted to pull up here. I think this is. No, it's the same one. Dagnab. Okay, so I got another one here. And this is from Diane Shirley, which is Debbie Collier's sister. So I wanted you guys to hear this one as well. Let's take a listen to this one.
County Police.
Yes, sir. My name is Diane Shirley, and my sister lives in Georgia, and my niece told me she was missing. Her name is Deborah Collier, or she could go by Debbie.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if y'all have any information about it.
As far as, no, not other than with the officer or whoever is working on the case. I don't know anything. Where does she live? Do you know?
All I know is, I'm sorry, I don't know her address. Collier.
Okay.
Collier.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any information. When there's something, they will contact the family. Whenever they have something for that.
Okay.
All right.
We're just not getting information, so I'm just.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I am really worried about my sister.
Okay.
And
you know what do you have any information where she might go, or you have anything to add?
Well,
to it,
from my niece, she said that she was in an accident about a month ago, and she was, on the road. She was following this truck, and this truck lost a paint can, and the paint can hit my sister's car, and the paint went everywhere. And the driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole, and there was, a stipulation to his parole that he couldn't drive.
I got you.
I'm
sorry. I was going to ask, do you think that was told to anybody else? Well, do you think that was told to the officer, that concern?
That standing from my niece.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to roll that back a little bit so we can hear that one more time. But there was an accident. You heard it. There was an accident. Paint can fell off. And he was pleading with them not to report this because he was on parole. Okay? Now I want to know who the person is and what was he on parole for? Doesn't sound too good. But like I said, this is just from 911 calls so far. Maybe there's more in this press conference, which we will be getting into very shortly. But let's hear. I'm going to roll that back just a tiny bit because
She was in a
that's a big piece of information in my personal opinion. So let me roll that back just a little bit, okay?
My niece, she said that she was in an accident. I am really worried about my sister.
Okay.
And
you know, do you have any information where she might go, or you have anything to add
to it? From my niece, she said that she was in an accident about a month ago, and she was, on the road. She was following this truck, and this truck lost a paint can, and the paint can hit my sister's car, and the paint went everywhere. And the driver was trying to convince my sister not to tell the cops that he was driving because he was out on parole, and there was, a stipulation to his parole that he couldn't drive.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I was going to ask, do you think that was told to anybody else? Well, do you think that was told to the officer, that concern?
That standing from my niece.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if the officer knows that, but I can have him call you if you want to pass it along with him, anything to help,
That's a big piece of information in my personal opinion. I'm wondering if 5-0 has done their due diligence and investigated into that path in this possibility. Because clearly, I mean, they had to report these accidents. Is this a disgruntled guy? Is this a guy who got really upset and lashed out? I mean, that could be a possibility as well. What's up with this truck driver? Let's continue.
Yes, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Because I'm in Alabama.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm in Alabama, and I really do. She won't, she's not communicating very well with us, and I really would like to know what's going on.
I got you. Yeah, since you may have insight on that, I'll have the sergeant give you a call. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. That would be wonderful.
All right. And let's see here. Excuse me one more time. What's your name?
My name is Diane Shirley.
And your phone number?
There's a big pause in here, by the way.
Yes, sir.
And this is your sister, right?
Yes. Her daughter's name is Amanda Bearden. She would have been the one her and her husband, Steve Collier, would have been the ones filing the report, was my understanding from Amanda.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just have them give you a call, okay? And just hang tight, all right?
Okay. So we got that piece, okay? That piece right there. And let's be real. That, in my personal opinion, that's a big piece of information, okay? oh, my sister got into a car accident, so on and so forth. This is what happened. The guy who was driving the truck has was on probation. He's not allowed to operate. He's not allowed to drive. God forbid, he doesn't want anybody to know about this said accident. That's why the car is in the shop right now. This could very well be somebody that got really upset because they ended up reporting it. I mean, the car's in the shop. I'm assuming she's not driving around with this rental and just paying all the bills and taking care of this rental. This is being paid off by somebody. Either it's from her own pocket or it's from the insurance company, from this particular truck driver's company's insurance company, I'm assuming. So it does seem a bit strange, right? Then, you look at the $2,385. Was it really for Amanda? Or was it something that this truck driver was trying to get from her for this accident that happened? Because you never know. He may have to pay for the damages of her car and got very upset. I mean, obviously, this is speculation land, right? But, maybe he has to pay it out of his own pocket, and he's angry about that. And so he's like, I need that money. You need to give me that $2,385. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. There's so many weird questions revolving around this accident and why this guy was even on the road to begin with. This man was an ex-convict driving this car. He was on probation. He's not supposed to be driving in the first place. This accident happens. This could have triggered him, possibly. But again, questions still arise on, did law enforcement do their due diligence? We got more. There's more. We got another one of Amanda calling in, Amanda Bearden. And like I said, I think it's very important to hear, in my personal opinion, hear her voice. Because I think her voice says a lot. But this does not put anybody in the clear. This doesn't take her husband in the clear. This doesn't take her daughter in the clear. This doesn't put her daughter's crazy ex-boyfriend in the clear either. But you at least hear the voices. You hear them talk. You can see the concern. You never hear 911 call from the boyfriend, but at the same time, and to me, he's still not out in the clear. There's a lot of questions, and I have a lot of suspicions towards in his direction. But at the same time, that ex-convict truck driver could very well be an avenue that they should be walking down. Law enforcement should be walking down that, in my personal opinion. Let's take a listen to this one, because this is another 911 call. And this is from Debbie Collier's daughter, Amanda.
Hi, my name's Amanda Bearden, and I filed a missing persons report on my mother last night, or yesterday, excuse me, and I was just wondering if maybe I could speak with the detective that's been assigned to her case.
Could be.
Do you have any further information?
I sure do. I mean, do you want the case number? I mean,
I the case number so I can look it up that way.
Bear with me just a second. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, it's 2022 dash 0910 0216.
216.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a second. And the detective may not actually be in the building yet, so I may have to get you a patrol officer. Okay, so just bear with me just a second.
Okay.
So 09010.
I'm sorry, the handwriting is not that great, but it's 09100216.
Sorry about that. I think I
You're fine. It's only me.
On Rocky Drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what kind of update do you have, just so I know what to try to?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean like I had an update. I just meant. Oh my God! I didn't mean. I'm sorry. I'm not in a clear mental state. This is my mother that's missing. I just wanted to talk to them. I wanted to see if maybe there was something that I could do. I do have the rental agreement number if they needed that. I mean, that's the only thing that I have to offer. So maybe because she was in a rental car, I do have her rental agreement number. If they could maybe trace the GPS in it.
All right, what's your phone number?
I'm her daughter.
Yes, ma'am. Take a deep breath for me, okay?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'd be upset too. I completely understand that part, like being upset about it. So the officer that took your report is already gone for the day. He worked last night. And then the detectives, I don't think they're in the building right now. They're kind of working on an on-call basis, so I don't know that I can get in touch with them unless I have something, fresh to give them, and that would be something. But I can see if I can get another officer to call you back, okay?
Okay.
And we've got the bolo out for her. We got everybody, keeping their eyes peeled for her and that kind of thing. So,
I'm not trying to be a smart aleck here or anything, but do I need to hire a private detective maybe? Because I mean, and I'm not trying to be ugly or anything, but I don't understand I know you don't know everything, of course, but why hasn't what I've asked being done? Like, why isn't the GPS in her van being traced? Do I need a private detective to do that? I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly or anything.
I know.
I just, the most help.
Okay, so here's the thing. She's an what is she?
She's an adult.
Right.
I got it.
So that makes things a little more difficult because people are allowed to leave and go and do things without telling other people. And I know that's not a good answer. I understand that. But that is also, that is also part of it because she is an adult. So it just takes some time also to do these things. And so I don't specifically know what they've done yet or not. I wasn't here last night, so I don't know. But from my understanding, they would be doing everything that we know to do currently. But I will definitely get somebody to call you back, okay?
Okay, thank you for talking to me.
It's no problem. I'm so sorry. I hate that this is happening to you. What was your name again, sweetie?
Amanda Bearden.
Amanda Bearden. Spell your last name.
BearDen.
Okay. All right. I'll get somebody to call you back here shortly, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Athens Clark County Police.
Hi, can I speak with Colonel Johnson?
Okay, I don't have a Colonel Johnson.
Okay. He just called me. I have some more information for him, and I wanted to get it to him. My name's Amanda Bearden.
Okay. All right, hold on one second. I talked to you earlier, so it was
Yes.
Sergeant Johnson we had you talk to. Hold on.
Sergeant Johnson. I'm sorry, honey.
No, that's okay. Just lots of Johnsons around here, so I want to make sure
Oh.
I got the right one.
I get it.
You just need him to call you back?
Yes, ma'am. I thought about it, and I have her iCloud information. I know that and correct me if I'm wrong, but if the phone is turned off, it would still track her. But I do have her. I've got her Apple ID and what I thought was her password, but the password isn't working. I don't know if y'all have technology or whatever, but I do have. I don't know. I'm just. I mean,
All right, hold on one second, okay?
They said he'd call me back. Okay, thank you.
All right, ma'am. He said he'd be calling you back shortly. Okay.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, no problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so you hear that, and let's be real. And let's be real. To me, I mean, unless I'm just a straight up fool, looking like a fool with my pants on the ground, to me, it sounds like she's very concerned. Again, that does not automatically mean that she's in the clear. That doesn't put her in the clear. That doesn't put her husband, Debbie's husband, in the clear. That doesn't put Amanda Bearden's on and off again boyfriend in the clear. It don't mean a damn thing. But when you hear the video, or when you hear the audio, you hear these 911 calls, you can see, to me, it sounds like she's trying to help out. She's trying to find out where, genuinely trying to find out where her mother is. I feel in my heart, it feels like there's genuine concern for her mother's well-being. So this may not be anything of the sort. Maybe all the stuff that we've been talking about are things that just revolved around her life. The screaming fighting match that she had the night before may have been with Amanda, having a fight with her about maybe her addictions, or her still messing around with her on again, off again boyfriend, right? And the drama that ensues and that revolves around him. This may not have anything to do with that. It could very well be just a random, disturbing act of violence that happened to this woman, or there is foul play within family or within some person that she's had an encounter with. And of course, we got to play those options out. We have to play those options out, because that's what we do when we are. That's what one does when they're looking into a case as such. But this, to me, kind of throws me off the beaten path a little bit, or the general consensus path, which is, oh, these are all, it's got to be someone in the family. It may not. It may not have anything to do with anybody in the family, and it may too. So this is crazy, y'all. It's absolutely crazy. But I got a couple things from you guys, and I appreciate you guys' support and love and all that. So I just wanted to say, Jamaica Butler, welcome to the family. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much, Jamaica. Thank you. I think there's another one. And Nicole, thank you so much for gifting another 5, if I'm correct. Is that another 5? Let me make sure. Yep. Thank you, Nicole, so much for gifting another 5 members. Welcome to the family. All you guys that are in here, chopping it up with us, being a part of the show. Welcome to those who are now members of the show. Welcome. I hope you guys stick around and enjoy the wonderful things on the other side of the fence. Okay. But we got to get into this, because, of course, we have the theories. We all have our thoughts and theories about everything that's revolving around this story. But we definitely have got to get into the one of the biggest pieces. And one of the biggest pieces was this morning. 5-0, law enforcement had a press conference to give us more updates and details surrounding this case of Debbie Collier. Did they get closer to finding the truth on what's going on? Are we going to have things debunked in this press conference? Or are we still going to be left scratching our heads? Well, we're about to find out in just 29 seconds. See you guys in a minute. I wanted to create something that we could wear to start a very important conversation about mental health and remind those that are lost in the dark that we're here to guide them towards the light. Suicide has taken so many of our loved ones, and it needs to stop. My hope is by wearing these t-shirts and hoodies, we can stop these tragedies and start some conversations. Remember, you are not alone. Yes, remember, you are not alone, y'all. I appreciate every single last one of y'all that have been a part of this past month. Obviously, it is coming to a close now, but this month was Suicide Awareness Month, and we made some really amazing t-shirts and hoodies that are tie-dyed specifically, each and every single one that comes out of our business and sent out to you guys is completely different from the next one. So everyone is getting an authentically made, one of a kind t-shirt and a hoodie. Those hoodies and t-shirts are still available right now as we speak. So please go over to pascalmerch.com and check that out. Portion of the proceeds is going over to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So please go over there, check out the website, and be a part of the situation. We are, well, I do have something I will say a little bit later on in the show today, which I'm very excited about. And it's going to be something that I think will entice you guys a little bit more to go check out the website. So there's going to be something really cool that I'm going to be showing you guys in just a little bit. But we got a couple different things as well, just to give you guys an idea of what we have on the website right now. This shirt, this hoodie, there's two different hoodies of Favored will be coming out later on today. So keep an eye out on that. I will say that. Then also, well, actually, let me say this right now. There is a 20% off discount right now on the website, on pascalmerch.com. That is 20% off anything that is on the website right now. So if you go over there, it will, the 20% off will be added to your checkout. If you go to pascalmerch.com, 20% off right now. Anything that you see on the website, you can go get yourself one of these hoodies. We also got a pink one, a really dope tie-dyed pink one that's going to be up here very, very soon. We do have some Halloween type merch, like this new one that is up right now as we speak. It's Friends with all the guys together, all the iconic horror characters together. Okay. We also have the suicide awareness t-shirts and hoodies that are readily available right now as we speak. And of course, last but definitely not least, within the slew of different hoodies and t-shirts that we have available right now, we also have a collaboration with the Gabby Petito family and the Gabby Petito Foundation right now as we speak. This coming month is DV Awareness Month, so we are trying to shed light on this dark subject and break the silence. So this is available right now in t-shirt and hoodie form. Of course, in the back, it has the hashtag DV Awareness. Of course, the logo from the show and Gabby Petito's foundation, or the Gabby Petito Foundation. A portion of those proceeds are going over directly to the Gabby Petito Foundation. So please go over there, check out pascalmerch.com. 20% off anything on the store. Anything in the store right now, 20% off. So go check that stuff out. Enjoy it. Get something and wrap it all over your body. Okay? Anyway, guys, we got to get into this piece. Appreciate all you guys for being here. I'm going to pin thank you, Debbie, because she's always holding it down. The mods, y'all always holding it down. Debbie, thank you so much. I'm going to pin that website to the top of the chat. Please go and check that out. Okay? And yes, again, 20% off right now. 20% off today through this weekend. 20% off anything in the store. Go check it out. Get something nice and wonderful. Okay? And Pete just said it. I'll answer it one more again. She says, how long will the 20% off last? Till the end of this weekend. So Monday, 20% off, gone. Okay? So go and get you something nice, or get something for your man. You know what I'm saying? I got something for the ladies, and I got something for the fellas too. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? We got to get something for the fellas. Ladies, while you're going out there and looking at some stuff, you go, oh, that's nice. Look for something for your fella. Okay? Because you know for a fact you shopping for your man anyway. Let's keep it real. All right? So have him wear one of these dope hoodies. I promise you, you won't be sorry. Anyway, guys, let's get into this other piece, okay? This is a very important piece as well, okay? I forgot to say this one more thing. These, when it comes to these t-shirts, Okay, when it comes to these t-shirts, the Halloween centric t-shirts, those are available in different colors as well, just so you know. So it's not just on a white t-shirt. You can choose what kind of colored t-shirt you want it to be on. And so go in there, check it out, enjoy, and happy shopping. Okay, 20% off until the end of this weekend. Okay, guys, Monday it's gone. All right, so check it out. All right. Anyway. Oh, what? My husband is 7'2.5". Can't fit nothing on there. Oh, that's funny. So not even a 5XL? For real? We go from extra small to 5XL. Where it's very rare. Not many stores do up to 5XL. We go 5XL, y'all, because I'm a big guy myself. All right. So check it out. Okay. Go and check it out. But let's get into this right now. Val G5, thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoy the t-shirt that you got. Thank you so much for your support. Can you get 4XL? Yes. Charisma? Yes. We go as far up as high up as 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th XL. Okay. 5XL. Again, go to the website, check it out, use your eyes, read through the thing, use your eyes. It sounds like my dad. Use your eyes, okay? 5XL, yes, we go that far up, okay? So, because I'm a big guy, and I know a lot of us big fellas, it's hard to find some stuff that fits us. We buy it, and it always be too small, and you think it's an XL, but it's really a medium, really like a smedium. You know what I'm saying? So, yes. Extra small to 5XL. 20% off till the end of this weekend. Midnight Sunday, gone. It's over. All right? So go check it out. Okay? Anyway, let's get into this. Berenice, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. I really do appreciate it. And welcome to all the new members because from the help of Nicole. Thank you guys so much for the support and all that. And also, Albus, thank you so much for the PayPal payment. I really do appreciate that, Albus. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, let's get into this piece because this part is very important in my personal opinion. This has to do with the moment that we've all been waiting for, and that has to do with this press conference. Let's take a listen, y'all.
To begin with, I'd like to give you a brief synopsis of where we are to date on the investigation. The results of the autopsy are still pending. The results regarding the analysis of the items we've submitted to the crime lab are still pending. We are now just beginning to get responses to the search warrants and the subpoenas in the case to date. We can tell you that we have received additional footage from a security camera from a business near the Family Dollar store.
There we go.
That additional footage shows us that Deborah Collier walked out of the Family Dollar store at 3:09, got into her van, and remained in her van in the parking lot for 10 minutes before leaving the parking lot and heading south on Georgia 15, Highway 441, US 23. This tells us that the time frame is actually narrowed a little further for this case to begin at 3:19 p.m. on Saturday, September 10th, and ending at 12:44 Sunday, September 11th, the time of the discovery. Please understand that this case is very complex in nature and has a lot of questions and unknowns that aren't found in a typical death investigation. It is going to take significantly more time than the 19 days that have passed since the discovery to solve this crime. We also want you to know that we are working diligently to solve this case. We are trying to obtain as much information as possible so that we can put together facts and evidence to support a motive and also to identify a person or persons of interest. At this time, I'd like to call up lead investigator George Kaysen to assist with answering the questions that you have.
First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here. I think part of this, hopefully we'll be able to answer some questions and give y'all some insight of where we're at and kind of what we're dealing with. First off, I want to start off by saying we have received a lot of questions that y'all have sent in. Some of these questions, the information that is pertaining to those questions is very sensitive information. We will try to answer them to the best that we can, but there will be information that we need to retain just for the simple fact of it being very sensitive, and we don't want our potential persons of interest to be able to get a hold of this information. Just that way it does not jeopardize the furthering of our investigation. As far as some of these questions that were asked, I'm gonna kind of go through a list of them and try to give answers as best as possible to you. One of the first questions that was asked is, can you confirm the Venmo message from the daughter, from mom to daughter was sent to mom's phone? We're still waiting more information that we have requested to confirm or deny where the Venmo was sent from, but we can confirm that Amanda did receive the Venmo. She did receive money. That much we do know right now. Continuing on, our next question was, are you in possession of Collier's cell phone and where was it found? Yes, we are in possession of that cell phone. We do have it in evidence, and it was located at the crime scene. The next question that was asked was, what was Collier's cause of death? And as Colonel Kogod mentioned, we are still awaiting the full report from the medical examiner's office. Once that comes in, we will absolutely update everyone on those findings. What records and data have we analyzed? Due to that being sensitive information, much as the disclaimer that I gave when I first stepped up here, we don't want to reveal any information that could possibly be a potential or potentially jeopardize our investigation where our suspects will get that information. There was a question about Deborah's phone records. We have served multiple search warrants on multiple different cell phone carriers. We are working with them to get all pertinent data from those devices and from those carriers. So hopefully we'll be able to develop more of a timeline, a better timeline, and hopefully be able to find out more information about what exactly happened. Inclusion of family members, a question was related to that, is that right now we have not ruled anyone out at this point. We have ever developing leads.
Gotta love the little thing here. Hold on. What the heck happened? What the heck happened? Hold on, guys. What the heck happened here? Of course it does that. We try that one more again.
As far as the search warrants that we have done, again, we cannot give that information out just for the simple fact that it may jeopardize and give the information out to possible.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I need to make sure this doesn't go out on us again. Okay. Let's try this again.
Find out more information about what exactly happened. Inclusion of family members, the question was related to that, is that right now we have not ruled anyone out at this point. We have ever developing leads and are gradually having information that we have requested come in. So we're still in the process of trying to find persons or person of interest. And as that information starts to trickle in, it will actually help us develop more information for y'all to have. We're continuing to investigate Deb's activities from September 10th through to September 11th, which is also going back to the timeline. We're gradually just getting more information in. We want to know just as much as anyone else does, and we're working, as Colonel Kogod said, we're working diligently. We've lost a lot of sleep, as such should be, in this investigation. We've devoted a lot of time to this investigation. There was a question about what search warrants have been executed. As far as the search warrants that we have done, again, we cannot give that information out just for the simple fact that it may jeopardize and give the information out to possible potential persons of interest. And we don't want to basically show our hand before we have facts. And as Colonel Kogod said, a couple other questions that were kind of obtained as far as Deborah's timeline. We have obtained additional footage from the parking lot, as he described, where she is in her 2022 Chrysler Pacifica van in the parking lot of the Family Dollar, which is obviously joined by other businesses. We've obtained additional footage and found that she stayed in that parking lot an additional 10 minutes. From that 10 minutes at 3:19 p.m., she leaves the parking lot and begins to head southbound on Georgia 15, which is the main highway, the 4-lane highway that connects Raven County to Habersham. She starts traveling southbound towards Tallulah Falls, which is just inside Habersham County. We are still in the process of trying to obtain videos from other locations and other businesses along that route, and we encourage any business along that route that might have cameras, please reach out to us. Look through your video cameras and reach out to us. That way we can have a meeting with you and see if we can kind of even narrow down our timeline even more. And as far as the timeline, the last time we know that she was alive was at 3:19, because we see her in that vehicle leaving the parking lot, heading southbound on Georgia 15. There was a question about our thoughts of this being a homicide. We have not changed our thoughts about this being a homicide. We're still treating this as a murder investigation, and we will not change that. We will diligently and continuously work day and night trying to solve this case and try to bring justice to Miss Collier and her family. A lot of the questions we got are kind of repeat, so if I do repeat some of these answers, I do apologize, but I'm trying to go through and trying to hit every question that was given to us. We're, again, going back to the cell phone providers and search warrants we've done. We're working with multiple different cell phone providers to obtain necessary information. All we know right now, as far as the Venmo message, is that, yes, it was sent to Amanda. There was a question in there as far as, do we know where the money is now?
There you go.
For the simple fact that we are still obtaining information, when it was sent, where it was sent, what device it was sent from.
Okay, hold on, real quick. They of course, that's the main question everybody's been asking, right? We were just asking, like, how much? What Dandy just said, did she send all of the money from her account or just a portion, right? And that's obviously a lot of questions here. And I hate this audio because this audio's trash. So I'm just letting you guys know it's not on my end. I'm cranking it up as high as I can possibly fathom without blowing out my own eardrums and without blowing out your eardrums. It's just bad sound. But one thing he says, yeah, of course, everyone's asking where the money went, so on and so forth. Callie Dime, by the way, I'm a dime too. Okay. We are all dimes in here. All right. But she even said, show me the money, I forgot the movie, Jerry Maguire action going on here. Show me the money. Okay. Where's the money? But then he's still going, oh, we don't know. That's weird. You don't know where the money went? So you're telling me the money that she sent her daughter, she already spent it all? But then you might wonder, or could she have spent it all? And if she did spend it all, what did she spend it on? Recreational? Or did she spend it on a private investigator? I don't know. Just seems very strange. Let's continue.
We're still trying to obtain that information right now.
I have a question back, going back to what you were saying about the death and why you're confident that this is a homicide. Was there any signs of trauma to the body that clearly indicated that this was a homicide?
The only thing we know as of right now is the burns of the body. We're still waiting for the absolute full report from the medical examiner's office. But nonetheless, because of the burns, we're still treating this like a murder. We're trying to investigate it as such, and we won't deter from that just because we're going to treat it like that investigation to get all thorough information.
And in the statement, it says, let's see, that you're clear that this was a random act of violence. Generally speaking, if I say something is a random act of violence.
Let me stop right there. Where did that statement come from?
It was not a random act.
Okay. My apologies. Okay. Meaning that it was not could you be more specific? Because I don't want to put words in your mouth. What does that mean? Does that mean someone knew someone?
No, what that means at this point is there is no information. There is no information or evidence to this point that shows that this was something random, that there was something that was not from somebody that she either knew or somebody who she had some association with. That's what we're seeing at this time. So based on that information, we do not believe that this is a random act of violence.
There it is. We don't believe that this is a random act of violence. Like the title down below, he says this is personal and targeted. This may have been somebody she just had interaction with. It could be a short interaction with this person in the past, but it seems like it's somebody that targeted this woman.
We do not believe that this is the act of a serial killer. We believe that this act was deliberate and personal. Okay.
Deliberate and personal. Again, deliberate and personal. That says a lot right there. Something's up. Okay? Something's up. Could it be the truck driver that she had in a car accident with? Or no? Could it be the ex-boyfriend, on again, off again boyfriend? Could it be connections with dealers that the daughter deals with? Many, many questions. Like I said, we've looked at one way, but we have not looked in this other way. And I feel like they should do, if they haven't said it yet, or maybe they say it later in this press conference, but I'm interested to hear if they say something about doing some investigation on the truck driver. But let's continue. There's more. There's definitely more.
Yes, sir. Michael Ruiz from Fox News Digital. I'm just curious if Debbie's purse was recovered at the scene.
Yes, it was. We do have that in evidence, and it was recovered from the crime scene.
Is that another purse than the one that was said to be left at her home?
That we're not aware of. We're still working on that, but we do know for a fact the video that was released of her being in the Family Dollar, that purse was found at the crime scene, and it is in evidence.
Okay. Another one. Okay. They said, yes. So that debunks the whole purse theory that everybody's going, what the hell? I even did it too. You know, maybe I said it with my chest, you know what I mean? But I did say, what the hell? What's up with this purse, man? Why she got this purse when everybody's saying she ain't got no purse? I'm telling you, ladies, y'all put in the number ones and stuff. And somebody asked earlier, well, why are you talking about purses here? Because women have multiple purses, okay? Multiple. So there's a good possibility that she said, nah, I feel like I'm going to rock with this purse today. And she grabbed it. Maybe she's like, I'm just going to do something a little different. It matches my outfit. I'm wearing black shoes. I'm wearing red and black. This is black. It matches my ensemble. That could be it too. That's the reason why she had a purse. And now they say, boom, proof positive, there was a purse in the scene, at the scene as well. That same purse that they saw in Family Dollar is right there. So that debunks everything. Let's continue. Again, just Melissa Bell just said, multiple purse owner here. You know, some of y'all ladies it's shoes and purses, y'all. Some of y'all need to go to some group therapy. You know what I mean? Hi, my name is Melissa. I got too many purses. Hi, Melissa. Maybe that's what needs to happen for some of the ladies out here. Okay, shoes and purses. I'm telling you, shoes and purses. Shoes and purses. Let's continue. Okay, let us continue. That has been debunked now. That has been confirmed. She had the purse with her. So there's, as far as timeline goes, it now is all coming together and starting to make more sense. Let's continue.
And one other question there is there anyone in that area that she is acquainted with? Is there a reason she would go up there dressed in her Bulldogs jersey on game day and drive an hour?
We're still trying to work with that. Again, like I said, as far as some of the search warrants and some of the follow-ups that we're doing, we're trying to obtain that information to see if she has any connections. If anyone, and that's one thing too, I'm glad you asked that. If anyone does have any kind of contact, we encourage the public as well. If anyone had contact with Deborah Collier during that time frame, as far as from September 9th all the way through September 11th, specifically around the time frame of 3/19 to Sunday when the body was found, if anyone had any contact or might have seen or talked to her, please, we encourage you to come forward and speak with her.
Investigator Case Joy Priscilla Habersham. You mentioned that she headed south on Highway 115 after leaving the Family Dollar store. Did the school zone cameras in Tallulah Falls School pick up her departure?
Absolutely. And actually, I'm glad you asked that. I do have something that we're going to make readily available for y'all when we're done with this press conference. We do have in our possession, this is an actual photograph from the Tallulah Falls school cameras. She was seen traveling northbound on Georgia 15, just north of our crime scene there, which is just south of Victory Home Lane. This is a picture of her traveling northbound Georgia 15, traveling through these cameras at 2:17 p.m. on Saturday. Once we're done with this, I will actually tape it up here on the wall so that way anyone and everyone can come up here and get a better picture of it. Because I understand it's hard to see from here. So once we're done, you can come up and get a better picture.
Did you see her coming back southbound?
We have not. We have been in coordination with Chief Elrod from the Tallulah Falls Police Department. She has spent countless sleepless nights looking through cameras. And that being one of the most heavily trafficked roads in Northeast Georgia, especially for travel towards the North Carolina mountains, there is probably in the upwards of 150 to 160,000 cars that come through there. So they are still looking through to see if we can find her coming back south.
I got a question about the van while on the topic. So according to the original report sent out, the van was seen by Tallulah Falls officers sitting there on the side of the road around 5 o'clock Saturday. And of course, when you all got there, the van was there on Sunday.
Correct.
Is it y'all's impression that the van was there that entire time, from 5 o'clock till?
Well, obviously, from our timeline, we know it wasn't there the entire time.
It was not there?
So
From 5 p.m. Saturday, it was
5 p.m. Saturday
to 11-ish, 12-ish when you guys got there Sunday. Did it ever leave that location?
Now that we're not aware of.
Okay.
When you said the 5 o'clock thing, I didn't know if you were talking about Friday, but
No,
as
Saturday.
far as the timeline, the only times we can establish as far as that van is there is that we're still getting trickling information. I think there was another question in here, if there was any tips from the community that have helped us out. Yes, because it has helped us narrow down timelines. We're still following up to see if we can actually get confirmation of this van being there at certain times. But as of right now, from what we know, that van was there at the crime scene on Sunday is what we can confirm. Now, as far as her time getting back to the crime scene, we cannot confirm that. We're still working on leads and trying to confirm that information.
During the time that you say she was sitting in the parking lot outside Family Dollar, she left at 3:19. At 3:17 is when this Venmo message was sent. and earlier you mentioned you're still trying to determine what device that was sent from. Does that mean that you all do not yet know if she in fact sent that message herself?
Well, as the investigation goes on, I mean, we're doing a lot of search warrants to try to obtain any information that we possibly can. And as we know, as far as with the digital information and all the digital electronic devices we have these days, you can access accounts from many different devices, which is why we're going through the extent of being able to determine what device that Venmo was sent.
And her daughter received that payment at 3:17. She said in the Athens Clark County Police Department report, when she reported her mother missing, that it worried her. She tried to call her mom on her cell phone. But two things. One, she had said that her mother only took her debit card and car keys. She didn't mention a purse. She didn't mention a cell phone. Also, it took her 3 hours, according to the timeline in the missing person report, from 3:17 to 6:01 before she actually reported her mother missing. Have you all looked into why there was a delay?
Yes, we have looked in, and again, we're still waiting for more information to come back. Again, with the search warrants that we've done, we're trying to develop those timelines, get confirmations of where these people were at, or anyone that was close to Deborah at the time. We're just trying to develop and get that information and get factual information, so that way we can actually start putting a basis to this.
Investigator, on the original incident report, there's a check mark about drug use. Was there any reason to?
I will let the Colonel go.
Hold on real quick before we go into that piece, okay? The what the reporter was asking, like, why did it take her so long to actually call 50 and find out what's going on, or to ask these questions, so on and so forth. I mean, there's a lot of things you can put into consideration. I mean, you think that somebody's going to go off and, say, oh, I'm going to the supermarket, I'll be right back. And then, you lose track of time. Those things do happen. And then you look at your watch going, wait a second, man, it's damn near 4 o'clock. Where's she at? What happened? What's going on? I mean, there's a lot of questions that would spark up with that, but let's continue. There's, of course, a whole lot more.
I can answer that. So patrol deputies, when they respond to things like this and they don't know exactly what they have, they normally mark whatever may be applicable. In this case, because it was so questionable and there were so many unknowns when we got to the scene, they marked it as a possibility that it could be drug related. However, at this time, the investigation is not leading us in that direction.
Is that another example why there may not be an obvious trauma, like someone shot, stabbed, or,
Could be, but again, it's so preliminary in the investigation that we really can't make that determination. We just do not believe, based on what we have at this time, that this is drug related.
The tip that Amanda Bearden was at the Family Dollar, did that come from her? Did it come from somewhere else? And what is the significance of her not being at that location that Saturday?
I'll try to answer that as best as well. So the tip, as far as her being at Family Dollar, came from an initial interview to where she was talking about her and mother going to Family Dollar to buy cleaning supplies to help clean up her apartment when she got back to Georgia. As far as anything, as far as the Family Dollar visit, I don't think that actually came from her. Right?
No, it come from a.
Yeah, more things. This is Investigator Garrison. He's also one of my team leads.
So I pulled the video footage from the store and talked with everybody from the store. Based off of that, with Ms. Collier, she was there for that time period from 2:54 till 3:10, got in her car at 3:10 till 3:20. It was asked that if Amanda was in there earlier, and Amanda, based off of our knowledge at this time, there was some confusion there, and the associate that worked there actually saw the mother and not the daughter. I was able to provide photos to that store clerk to confirm that, based off of what we were told. And she said, no, I remember seeing the mother, not the daughter.
Can you speak to whether Amanda Bearden has any acquaintances or friends, family in the area?
Like Investigator Casey said, we can't confirm that right now. I'm sure once we start getting some of these subpoenas and search warrants back on these phone records, we'll be able to give an answer on that at that time.
When was the last time Amanda told you all she saw her mom? And can you confirm a report that Debbie's husband, Steve, was working during the time of Debbie's disappearance.
All right, so what we can confirm as far as that question up there is that we know that Amanda talked on the phone with her mother on Saturday afternoon. I'll have to look back at my notes from the actual report itself, be able to give you some kind of actual time for it. But the last time she spoke to her mom was on the phone. As far as Steve working, we have pulled video from Synovus Bank where he stated that he was working that day because of being a UGA game. He works for a private company called the Optimus Club that private contracts Synovus Bank's parking lot to park vehicles for game day. They use that parking lot to provide parking for people coming to the game. We have confirmed that he was there from,
Okay.
I'm making sure I get the time right,
9 to 4:06.
from 9 to 4:06, 9 a.m. to 4:06 p.m. on Saturday.
Okay. Again, another thing. Hubby was really doing what he said he was doing. They confirmed that he was there parking cars in this particular parking lot. Like he said in the 911 call, he said, I was off parking cars, doing my job. So clearly he left early in the morning to do said job. So they're confirming that his alibi checks out. Okay. So he's even been debunked. Okay. Fascinating.
I'm Nora Always-on with WCHM. Do you have any reason to believe that she could have met someone there where her van was parked?
I'm gonna go back to the answer as far as we're not ruling anything out. We're still trying to develop leads. We're still following up on tips and information. We're still awaiting information back from search warrants and subpoenas that we have sent off. Once that, and for phone records as well, once that information comes back and we have time to actually analyze and go through the details, then we'll have a better answer for that.
Investigator Case, and I know you said that the state medical examiner's autopsy report has not yet been completed, but in the report that you all released last week, you stated that Ms. Collier's body was found down a ravine and she was grasping a small tree in her hand. What does that indicate?
It doesn't indicate. It doesn't indicate anything.
I mean, at this point, we're not sure what it is.
Yeah.
Could she have been alive?
Very
Or
possible that she could have been alive.
She definitely was alive.
At the time she went down the ravine.
Come on.
Again, the autopsy will help us to narrow down time of death, help us to narrow down toxicology reports, help us to narrow down other things related to the body itself that we don't know at this time.
so would that indicate, if she were alive, that she survived being burned?
Very possible. Again, very preliminary.
Okay, I have my theories as well about the grasping of the tree, etc. But at the same time, duh, of course, it's a dead giveaway. It's a dead giveaway that she was still like. The only indication is that she was still alive when that happened. I feel like that it would be random for her body to just suddenly grab onto a tree just randomly. That doesn't make any sense. To me, it doesn't. But real quick, LM, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Or 50 SEK super chat. My hubby complained about my shoe/handbag collection. I said, when you throw away TV games, we can discuss this matter. He never said anything again. Damn right. We all have our thing that we like, that we collect. You see what I'm saying? Like, people love, some girls love their shoes. Some girls love their handbags. Some girls love sunglasses. Some fellas love shoes. Will collect the hell out of a whole bunch of Nikes. Yes, I said Nikes. Okay. A whole bunch of Jordans, etc. You know what I mean? Splurge on those things, right? There's a lot of people that do that. And I feel like a lot of women have at least three bags. Okay. 3 purses. All right. But this is a dead giveaway, in my personal opinion, that she was still alive when they tried to singe her body. There is another theory I have in my mind, but I will get into that a little bit later on after we finish the rest of this press conference. But one other question I saw here, Rebel Bird, I have a merch question. Sorry, bad timing, I know, but I'm ordering now. The black tie-dye sweats say they run small. Does the matching sweatshirt run small? Want to order up if so? Yes. So I will say this. The pants are a little bit smaller. So I would order on pants wise a size up. Hoodie wise, they are true to size. So if you are somebody who wears a medium, rock a medium. But with the pants, I would say rock a large. That's what I would say. But you know, for those of y'all who got hips, you might want to order. You know what I'm talking about. For those of y'all who got booties, I would add a little bit. Like I would do a size up for sure. Okay, just so you guys know all about that. Okay, and yes, those jogging pants, the jogging suit, tie-dye black jogging suits have been going crazy. So please go check them out. All right. If you got a booty, all right. If you got a booty, if you got them hips, then I would do a size up in the pants. In the shirt, true to size. If you're large, you're large. Period. Okay. Anyway. And if you're 5XL, then you're 5XL. That's as high as it goes. Okay, guys? So let's go into this. And if you don't have a booty, then I would do true to size. Okay? Because I see Jane just said, well, I don't have a booty. So if you don't have a booty, it's okay. Okay? We're an equal opportunist. We love to clothe small and big asses. Okay? So go and check it out. Okay? Anyway. Woo! Let's get into the rest of this, okay? Let's get into this.
Yes. As far as the crime scene itself, is that private property? Is it public right of way? Is it U.S. Forest Service, National Forest land? Or
I believe it's U.S. National Forest land. Yes.
Really quickly, Kara Spelger, 11 Alive. In reference to the crime scene, it was mentioned that the purse that she had at the store was found there. Were any other items recovered, including the poncho she bought?
So all the items that were purchased as far as from the Family Dollar that we can tell right now, again, we're still going through the investigation, but we can confirm that the majority of those items were found on the crime scene.
You mentioned a minute ago that Amanda had just moved back to Georgia. Where was she and when did she move back?
So this is what we can confirm. She lived in Maryland with her brother. She lived in I think the same apartment complex, correct? With her brother up in Maryland. City, I can't tell you what the city is because I don't have my notes and stuff in front of me, but I do know it's Maryland. She moved down here on the 8th, which would have been Thursday, September 8th, when she moved down here to Georgia. So we know that she was down here at some point on Thursday. Yes, sir.
You're clear it's not a kidnapping, despite the fact of that note with the Venmo note. Well, is that something that has made things particularly murky? Because that note seems to give the impression something was going on.
I'll tell you straight up, right here, as far as this investigation goes, it seems like once we get on track with something, like a curveball comes in out of nowhere. That's why we're staying diligent and trying to stay on top of things and following up with the leads, because we want to make sure we get facts. Specifically to give y'all. We want to make sure that we have all the information before we start pushing forward.
Did you stop coughing?
Give any theory as to what was going on, why she would get that kind of message, especially now that we know that message was probably sent in that 2 to 3 minute window after her getting out of the store, right?
She has not given any kind of insight as far as to that. She has been asked, and again, I have to go back to my notes to give you the exact statement she gave, but there's really no insight to it on who they are.
And where is the sheriff in all of this? We've not heard from Sheriff Terrell directly.
I'll let his second in command. This is
So, as any good leader, the sheriff delegates certain authority and certain responsibilities to other people to be performed on his behalf. I have been appointed as the PIO for the sheriff's office, the information officer, and I can assure you that Sheriff Terrell is the reason we're doing this today. But I'm the spokesperson, and that's why he has allowed us to report to you and also to bring in the investigators that are actually working the case to give you as much accurate and detail as we can on the ongoing investigation.
Is he here in Habersham?
No, ma'am, he has been called out of state. So he is not here right now. So it is now 9:30. Again, I want to reiterate to everyone that this is a very complex investigation. It has a lot of unanswered questions. It also has a lot of issues that you don't see in a typical death investigation. For that reason, it is going to take a significant amount of time, well beyond what we've had in the past 19 days, to solve this crime. But we are working diligently to do that. We are working diligently to determine the motive, to find people or a person of interest, and to bring a resolution to this case for Deborah Collier and her family. Thank you.
May I make a statement?
Sure, absolutely.
Also, going off of what he said, as far as in the 19-day investigation, to kind of more elaborate on that. This investigation is a marathon. It's not a sprint to the finish. We are going to make sure we take our time so that way when an arrest is made or when persons of interest are actually identified, that there will be ironclad information behind that and supporting our reasoning. We want to encourage anyone that has any information to please reach out.
Word.
We are following up on any tip and any lead that we could possibly get. My opinion, and I try to leave my opinions out of this, there's no such thing as bad information as far as given to us to follow up with, because we're going to follow up and find out whether it's relevant or whether it's factual or whether it's pertinent to our investigation. So please, if anyone has any information, do not hesitate to reach out and speak with us. You want to go ahead and just give put our phone number out. My direct line is 706-839-0560. Investigator Garrison, who is my partner on this investigation, his phone number is 706-839-0559. Please contact us with any information. If anyone has had any kind of contact or has anything that might help us further our investigation.
And that autopsy, when did you guys expect it to come in?
We're still waiting. We did have a meeting with them. They have prioritized things. So they initially gave us a 6-week time frame, but depending on how long it takes, once we get it back, we will have another update. I promise you that.
One last question, Chief Deputy Kogod, I had asked you this previously, but why was the GBI not requested to lead this investigation?
Because the Harrison County Sheriff's Office is a full-service sheriff's office. We're a full-service law enforcement agency. We have a complete division that is dedicated to investigating crimes that occur here in Harrison County. It is made up of professional men and women, law enforcement officers who have received special training in death investigations and crime scenes. However, as any law enforcement agency will do, we still reach out to our counterparts, be it the GBI, FBI, and private entities that have resources that can help us with situations or items that may need a little more expertise, that may need a little more knowledge than we have. We reach out to them, and all of our partners have been tremendous help and given us that guidance that we need when we call on them. So it's a total team effort. We are just the lead agency because we're responsible for investigating crimes here in Harrison County.
Oh, the video that you discovered, will that be available too?
Yes, we will make the video available. We will have it to you. If you will leave us an email address to send, we will send it to you by close of business today. Okay, thank you very much.
And again, like I said, the picture of the vehicle, I'm going to leave right here. So y'all can actually get a better picture of that.
Okay. So there it is, y'all. I mean, a lot of things were debunked in that conversation, which is obviously in this press conference, which is obviously important, super important. And I think a lot of questions were answered, but then it leaves open a lot of other questions still. You know, they did confirm certain things with the husband, but then there wasn't really a whole lot revolving around the daughter and revolving around, like, just as far as like, she just moved back into town. Why did she move back into town? And of course they talked about like any links between any relationships with Amanda Bearden and her friends or the crowd that she runs with, etc. I mean, it sounds like she still has bouts of addiction, etc. She's still fighting. Understandably, it's a lifelong thing, but that still also asks a lot of questions of who could be in her life that may be dangerous or have a history of violence. One person that we've been seeing so far in these conversations that has been popping up quite a bit, and a lot of people are, veering their vision on, is her on again, off again boyfriend. Just solely because of his history. He has quite the history. So again, even though they should be looking into this ex-convict truck driver that she had a car accident with, even though they should be doing their due diligence and looking into that, because I didn't hear anything about ex-convict truck driver in that press conference. Did you? Because to me, I feel like they should be looking into that as well. Now, that might be something that that reporters forgot to ask, or maybe this is still just developing information that's still coming out little by little. But I didn't hear them talk about this at all, as far as the ex-convict truck driver, if that's entirely true. And the question, I guess, in my mind is, who is this truck driver? What is their name? What kind of history do they really have? Because you got to remember, just because it's being said by her sister in a 911 call, Debbie's sister, in that 911 call, does not automatically mean that that's 110% the truth. So that's why I say it's incredibly crucial that 5-0 looks into what happened here with this car accident, because it could lead them down a path of maybe finding the truth, maybe finding the person that did said thing, this unbelievable, disturbing, heartbreaking thing to this poor woman. Again, a lot of questions were answered, but a lot of them still weren't answered at all. And even so, more questions are popping back up, even more. And a lot of it has to do with Amanda Bearden, her ex-boyfriend, her on-again, off-again boyfriend, okay? And this particular person that was driving the truck that she got in a car accident with. Straight up. If that person has also a history of violence, or they're on probation for maybe violent offenses, 5-0 should be looking into this like a mug, in my personal opinion. Rebel Bird, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Okay, thank you so much. Be sure to check out the store if you can. That would be amazing. All right. Hopefully you were able to find whatever you needed to find on that page. Again, I appreciate all y'all support and love. And it's exciting to see the Instagram messages and the Twitter mentions of people wearing the suicide awareness t-shirts and hoodies. And it's really cool to see you guys rocking the other merch and the other clothing as well. It really does make my heart so happy. It fills my heart with so much light. You have no idea. But back to this story. What say you guys? What are your thoughts on this? Is this leaving you still scratching your head or no? Or do you think this answers everything? Comment in the chat. Of course, comment down below. If you're watching the replay, to me, there's still so many questions that have not been answered yet. They said it as well. They said, hey, this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And they're going to do whatever they can to get as much information as they can, as quickly as they can. But still, questions have not been answered that are still lingering over all of our heads. For example, the $2,385, to be exact, that was sent in that Venmo. Where that money at? As somebody just said earlier, show me the money. Show me the money. Okay? I want to see where that money is. Where is it? Is it still in this particular account? Or has it been spent? And what did they spend that $2,385 on if it was spent? If it was just on a bunch of knickknacks and stuff like that, that's one thing. But if it was sent, cashed out, and paid to someone, that could lead us towards some truths here as well. Or if she just held it for herself and she bought a new purse or something. I don't know. Okay? One of them new Teflon purses or something like that. God knows. All right? A lot of questions still pop up, and that's one of them that still hasn't been answered. And that's one of them, like the first rudimentary question from the very beginning. What happened with this money? Where is that money? And if that money is gone, what was it spent on? Then we look at Amanda Bearden, her on and again, off again boyfriend. Because right now they're saying hubby went to work, and now that has been confirmed. He was at work. So he was nowhere near the crime scene. He was nowhere near the situation because he was out working. There's no way he could be Clark Kent and Superman at the same time. No way he could be in two places at the same time. So that confirms something. The items that she used were found. The items that she bought were found near the scene. That's another thing the things that she bought at Family Dollar, found near the scene. The purse, whether she had a purse, not had a purse, confirmed. She had a purse. That purse, that same purse that we saw in the Family Dollar store footage, was near the scene as well. So just like every other normal, for the most part, normal girl out here, female that's out here, she had more than one purse. And maybe hubby didn't think of that at that time because he was so frantic trying to find out what happened to his wife. That could be it. That to me explains a lot. We hear the 911 call from Amanda Bearden. We hear desperation. We hear a lot of different things. It's an emotional roller coaster. She's trying to find out what happened to her mother. Her mother's been gone for a little bit. She's freaking out, all that stuff. But that does not put her in the clear 110%. There may still be a connection to why her mother went missing and why her mother's no longer living right now. So again, a lot of questions have been answered, but a lot of things are still pending, and new questions have sparked up. Again, this truck driver, this car accident, who that be? Who this mother lover be, y'all? I would like to know. And I think a lot of us would like to know too. So hopefully, 5-0 will do their due diligence. The police, the local law enforcement will do their due diligence, look into that piece as well. And hopefully it can maybe answer some questions because for a fact people are going to start, us, we're going to start obsessing. We're going to be hyper-focused on that piece of information, going, who is this person? Where is this person? And could this person have anything to do with the disappearance and the unaliving of Debbie Collier? So hopefully 5-0 will do what they do very soon. Look into this and get some questions 110% answered. I'm fingers crossed. Like they said before, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So they are slowly going through things because this case is bizarre. And the other thing, though, too, I'll say this too. In the very beginning, I hated it. I hated it. Okay. I hated it. Like in the very beginning, we've been losing sleep. We don't need to hear that. We want 5-0 to be doing exactly what they should be doing. Digging up evidence, investigating, interrogating people, asking all the questions that everybody out here in these internet streets are asking. Period. Point blank. This is a horrible killing, murdering of a woman that seemed to have a good life and loved her husband, loved her kid, loved her kids, and was taken from this planet way too soon, in my personal opinion. So I hope to God that the police do exactly what they need to do in finding the truth about what happened to Debbie Collier. Anyway, guys, that's the show. I appreciate all y'all for being on, man. I really do. I really do. I appreciate it. Thank you so very, very much. Again, I know I see real quick, just, shameless plug. I got to do what I got to do. All right. I'm seeing some chats, but everybody please be kind to each other. Okay. And we're talking about something serious. Yes. But there were some things I did say that were a little comical in my commentary. So I will take some responsibility on that, but still, let's just be kind to each other and all that. I'd really appreciate that. But the thing is, what was I going to say? Some of you guys were asking about the stuff. Please go over to, again, I'm just going to give you a quick reminder, pascalmerch.com. Let me say that again, pascalmerch.com. We are currently doing a 20% sale right now, 20% off. All right. Anything that you buy on the shop right now as we speak. Okay. So go check out pascalmerch.com. You can find stuff like this, which will be up very, very soon. The favored black and pink hoodies will be up very, very soon. I promise you that as soon as we get done with this show, it will be up most likely live within the next 10-15 minutes. So please go check those things out. Of course, we got the Halloween stuff like I just showed you guys earlier, but I'll show it to you guys again. Prints like this that you can also buy in other colors as well. All right, the t-shirt colors. We also have Break the Silence for DV Awareness Month, which starts tomorrow. So we have this in hoodie and t-shirt form. And of course, we have suicide awareness t-shirts and hoodies that are readily available for you guys to purchase and support as well. Okay, guys. But anyway, it is time to get going. I appreciate all y'all for being here. You guys have been amazing. Appreciate all your love and support. And I will most likely be on a little bit later on tonight because there's another conversation that's a little bit more lighter that I'd love to have a conversation with you guys on. And I might open up the phone lines on that discussion because I think it's something we need to talk about. Definitely. So I'll be on tonight. So be on the lookout. Keep your eyes peeled. And I'll hopefully see you guys tonight. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Yeah, I'm praying that they get closer to finding out what's happening with what happened with Debbie, because it's about time. Okay, please, whoever's done this or knows anything, step forward and speak up, so we can get justice for this poor woman. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys soon. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.